Hi. So this episode, our fourth episode of Friends of Fear, we are joined by my dear friend Brian Johnson. Brian is project manager in the pharmaceutical industry and also just has such a big heart. It really shows his family and Buddhist values he talks about today. And he's a friend that I go to for support and advice and like comfort as much as I go for like a good time and just a bit of silliness. And Brian shares with us how to create the right sort of environment to really launch your career success and how that can help you manage all of those sort of major leaps and like decisions that can feel really scary. And also just like managing all the drains of like day-to-day life that can stop you from having the right sort of gumption to be doing those like career busting moves and really trusting your gut and knowing where to go that will be right for you and like bring you more joy. Really inspires us in this conversation about how being your authentic self and really like opening up about that allows you to make even more and more positive choices for yourself and find that like comfort in your life. We also talk about not staying too comfortable, so being able to keep experiencing like new things that bring you joy and being able to let go of overthinking as a result. And I think you'll particularly find this conversation helpful if you're on the cusp of that like unmasking and showing more of your true self to the world, and that you're ready to really like listen to your intuition and allow that to shape your world. So without any more spoilers, we'll get straight to it. Say befriending fear. What does that mean for you?
Befriending fear. Befriending fears are basically being comfortable dealing with fear and accepting that it does come in your life. Um, and then any obstacles that may appear in the time of your life, then you rationally are able to deal with it rather than running away from dealing with the situation or running away from fear.
I like that. Yeah. And how have you navigated fear in your life so far?
I think, well, in terms of, I don't know, I think it can be obviously random significant milestones in your life. I think you're dealing with different types of fear in terms of like when you're growing up at school, there's always that fear of like doing well at school, or my particular field, doing well at school, going to college, doing well at college, going to university, doing well at university and getting that job to be able to be independent. So that's obviously the significant thing that a lot of us deal with. And then there's other things like people wanting to get married, settle down, have children, that fear of will it or will it not happen in my life, etc. So I guess it probably depends on what phase of your life it happens
in. And I'm hearing like it's kind of goal orientated, so there's like a certain goal and like whether or not you're going to make it.
And everyone has a different goal, so everyone will have something they want to meet in their life and key milestones they want to achieve.
Yeah. And I know like when I've had that, and sometimes it's like, oh, I can either keep hustling for this or actually I found like other goals that I've been more interested in along the way.
You will change, because I mean, ask me what I wanted to achieve when I was 21 years old. It's totally different to when I turned 30. So your priorities will change and your goals will definitely change over time. So yeah, and obviously with that comes different fear.
Yeah, because all the unknown, like a new set of things.
Yeah.
Nice. And what has been the first time you've felt that fear and thought, no, I'm just going to go for it?
I'm trying to think of a recent one. The usual will probably be, I think the ones that come to mind are job opportunities. I think, I guess going through, well, I was very lucky enough to get a foot in the door in terms of the pharmaceutical industry after university, and I've always wanted to climb the ladder and get as far as possible. I did make some jumps into different roles, which were out of my comfort zone, and it was scary. And I put myself unintentionally in situations where I've started new roles, taking that risk. Sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you expect it to, being in like some toxic environments, different organizations, left and done different roles where it was way out of my comfort zone in terms of skill set. So that was a fear that I realized, as well as I guess it's more a fear of failure. But it's important to, I guess, rationalize why you're doing certain things in your career. And I guess you're always going to have that voice in your brain sometimes saying you're probably not good enough, or you're not, you know, you might fall flat on your face, etc. But you need to push through sometimes and believe in yourself. Ultimately, as cheesy as that sounds,
it's a saying for a reason.
You have to keep pushing through and have that internal drive to keep pushing forward and basically work hard and have a good work ethic. So for me, that's my recent one in terms of making those jumps in different roles. And then I wouldn't be in terms of my current position now if it wasn't for that and all those learnings I took from that and taking those leaps.
Yeah, because we've talked before about like being more advanced as a younger employee than maybe like your peers around you. And that can be like something to navigate on its own.
Agreed.
When you were doing all these like jumps up and going out of your comfort zone, like how did you manage that discomfort and like the voices in your head?
I think over time, I guess the learning and reflecting, I guess, is kind of a case of what would you tell your 21-year-old self, really, in terms of what you do differently. And a lot of things are changed to be, I guess, in a less stressful, more comfortable, pleasant environment now. Is making those changes and creating your own environments and fostering an environment that allows you to be level-headed, like, you know, being healthy, exercising, surrounding yourself with a friendship group that has your back. You have to have a good, strong support network, and also knowing when to ask for help yourself as well, and knowing in yourself internally when you're not okay, and then making those positive changes to keep moving forwards.
It's like knowing yourself better and what you need to be stable.
And I think it's just, I think you kind of need to follow your gut sometimes and saying what is right for me at this point in my life, what is my priority now, and what are my next steps, what do I want to achieve, and just making sure, you know, you're always being a good person along the way as well, and, you know, always giving back and helping others as you go on this journey as well, because it's always good to look after people that look after you as well, as
like that community. And asking help is a big one. I've like definitely over my career noticed that I'll just like, I just need to fix it myself. Like if I ask for help,
I have that mentality. I think my autopilot is I'll fix it myself, and then I'll ask for help. I only really usually ask for help when I really, really need help, and I've almost got no choice.
There's like no other options now.
So that's probably when I would usually do, but a lot of the times I've been quite self-sufficient, independent. I can usually sort it out myself.
But it's nice to, like, as you said, balance that with like pouring in on you as much as giving out.
Agreed.
It's been the most important experience for you of going through something that was scary?
I think the most important, scary, well, a personal thing was definitely, I think it's really important to be your most authentic self. And the scary thing with that was obviously, you know, coming out as a, you know, just come out of uni to your parents and friends and family, etc. And becoming your authentic self made a big difference. That was a key thing. And I think after that point, I found myself able to make more positive decisions and be, I guess, more successful generally, because I was more comfortable with who I am. And I was surrounded by people who were comfortable with me and loved me for me. And I think that's another drive that will, you know, push you through really hard times. And anything that you're probably scared of doing, they'll have that supportive network. So,
I love that. So it's actually like you're being yourself there and being like accepted by others. How has that like community grown for you? That like people who accept you and know you?
Grown, but I mean, I used to be a person when I was a lot younger my early 20s, where I had lots of friends and lots of acquaintances. As you get older, you kind of just, you're close, very close friends, your circle gets smaller.
Yeah.
And you have more genuine, authentic friendship groups. And that's what I've learned as I've gotten older, where it's fine to have a smaller circle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have, you know, a lot of really shallow friends surrounding me. I'd rather have those true friends who will, well, you know, who will be there when you really need them and will be at your hospital bed when you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
I, for me now, don't have time for acquaintances, so
no, too busy. Yeah.
So that's kind of the pattern I've followed as I'm getting older and going through and navigating that.
I think that's so important. Like, the more I like feel comfortable with people, the more I am myself, and then the more I am myself, the better I connect with them. So it's almost like a nice positive spiral.
And you know what you want, and you know what you expect, and you've got, you know, your boundaries, and and so you can decide yourself whether it's for you or not. You know, if they, you know, give you energy, or they, I don't know what you call it, if they are of value to you as a friend, then it's worth having them in your life. So
yeah. And how has that experience changed you?
I'm definitely, I guess I'm not less tolerant to BS. And I really focus all my energy on people that I know are, you know, the true friends, and then, you know, that will always have my back, etc. And I always, you know, will do the same for them. So it's just where I focus my energy as well. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we've all got busy lives. There's only so much, I guess, social energy you have. A day.
Around.
And it's all about prioritization, etc. And again, looking after those who care for you.
So it's kind of like changed how you relate to people. I'd love to know, when you've been going through these experiences, what has been like an energy source for you? What's helped you like do this, like the coming out and the like connecting with others, being yourself, going for those like career opportunities and things? How have you like sustained yourself?
Sustain in terms of the movement, progressing through that. I think I've always had a natural drive to be successful, and also that's how I was raised as well. Because I come from a family who are, most from my mum's side, are all entrepreneurs, and they always had that drive in terms of business and being successful, etc. But all of that's great in terms of that success, but the core of our family values is always to make sure you look after each other and love your family and friends. And
I definitely get that from you, the friend.
And also it comes from, like, obviously raised as Thai Buddhist, it comes from all the values of Buddhism, etc. Karma, giving back. And that, I think that core value that I take forwards, I have that natural drive to want to be successful. And obviously I will have mentors in my life, mum, dad, sister, brothers, friends, and also people in my career in terms of colleagues that have helped mentor me to push me forwards as well. So when I feel like, you know, I'm a bit unsure how I should approach certain things to progress, then I'll always, you know, tap into my mentors. I think that's really important to have in your life. Those people that you really trust, that you can give you advice on stuff.
I guess then you can be vulnerable with them, ask for help, knowing that they will like work with you, not see you.
It is really important to have that in your life. And if you do not let it go, because they are your energy source and the soldiers that will battle your inner voice doubting you to make probably a decision that might change your life for the positive. So they're really important people.
How do you find those people?
I don't know. Did they just
attracted to me?
I hide them all in my basement.
I knew it.
I don't know. I think you find it when you go through life. Like, I met some amazing people, my closest friends at university. Now, after how long? 15 years, I think, maybe, since university. And you learn to, you know, some of them obviously are not around, some of them do their own thing, and some you latch onto and keep in your lives because they mean a lot to you. And you know that they're going, you know, they're a positive influence in your life, and that's worth having. And it's just you just meet people along the way, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't exactly go seeking out, catch a bus into the city centre and
Like,
try and find a mentor.
Friend,
one good friend and hold a sign up. You could probably do that.
Maybe it would work. It's basically a dating app.
You could do that and then see what happens, but you probably will catch the wrong person.
Yeah.
So it's through your actions and creating an environment where you're fostering a situation where you'll meet that sort of people. Obviously, you go into like, not obviously it's a bad thing, clubbing or anything, because obviously I love a good club, but if you're like going out at night out and, you know, getting wasted all the time, obviously you're not going to be attracting the
sort of person.
Mentor. You're taking yourself out and go to different environments, traveling, go to different countries, join like, I don't know, gyms. That's how we met.
That's how we met.
So all of the obviously positive habits.
So like go to places where you know they're gonna have similar values.
Similar values. That's a good way to put it. Go to places where they have similar values, and it's where it's very easy to connect on a more emotionally intelligent level.
Find your people there.
So I'm not saying going out is a bad thing, so I'm just going to point out that
balance is key.
We love a party as well, so
gotta let it out somewhere.
Gotta let out some steam sometimes, but it's not where you're going to find a mentor.
No.
Not in the smoking area, anyway. Maybe it's all that night.
Make some decisions.
I'm sure you put the words to right in the smoking area.
Oh yeah. And I guess it's also like being intentional, like. You're going into it being like, I want to nurture this as like a good mentoring relationship or whatever it is.
Absolutely. Agreed.
I've definitely, like, as I've gotten older, been more like, I guess, intentional of like with the people that are closest to me, knowing like, well, I want this to be forever. So like choosing to like actually be more myself, be more like trusting, I guess. And letting it come back.
And I mean, as soon as you're in a situation where you can't be yourself around the person, then you have to get out. That's not
think about why you're not.
It's not your person. That's probably time to move on.
You create space that gives yourself more like grace as you're trying things out, a bit more ease.
I'm not a fan like, I see myself as an extrovert, but I do have a battery that can run out in terms of social interactions, but I hate networking, but I know it's really important for my job. And I find the whole engaging with loads of random strangers a bit intimidating. Though I feel like as an extrovert I should get energy from that, but sometimes I find it a struggle. But I think that's really important. And even recently go to Thailand by myself, even though I do have friends and family in Thailand. But technically, I went there by myself to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. And see how I dealt with being comfortable by myself in a different country. Though it is still, I feel like it's still my home. But that's a good step anyway.
A first way of trying out.
And then say how comfortable do I feel sitting at a restaurant by myself, going out to bars, going sightseeing by myself.
No one to return to.
And it turns out I actually quite liked it.
No more holidays.
Wow! I'm having a great time. And it was funny because, bless them, because obviously how people are very caring and always like, you're here by yourself. And I'm like, it's like,
you okay?
Honestly, it's like that, but it's more from a caring perspective. It's like, what can I do? Do you need someone? Do you need anything? It's kind of how can I make this comfortable?
Please.
How can I make this more comfortable? Or like, do you need a drink? But it's very they start fussing over you. Like, you okay? Like, I'm just like, I'm absolutely fine. I can sit in silence and just embrace this amazing view. Like, I really don't need anything additional. And then this is intentional. I was like, oh really? This is on purpose. It's like, I've got friends back home. And I've got friends in Thailand as well. But I just wanted to see what it was like to be. And that was like, that was probably, giving me some grace to see if I could do that. And it turns out I had a really good time. So, and I met some amazing people on the holiday as well, and it's so pushing myself out of my comfort zone and speaking to obviously strangers and making friends with people.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Like I did the trip to like Japan over Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's just, you feel like you get to know yourself more by like going out and just figuring things out on a daily basis.
Yeah, I thought I thought being in my own thoughts all the time would like send my head west, but you actually get a lot of clarity.
I felt calmer when I came back.
I got a lot of clarity where I was like thinking, why was I so nervous? I think it was my inner, maybe a fear, another fear where I was probably just worried about like how I would probably be perceived.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if I look a bit odd, just like be by myself. But I was comfortable.
Yeah.
So and I think I got to a stage where I probably didn't really care what people thought. So.
Yeah,
and no one really actually cares, and like no one is that bothered because there's loads of other people that do that. So
yeah, it's actually not that abnormal.
No, and it's like it's reflecting on like not the same as not exactly the same, but like punch that monkey. Where it's like all alone, everyone. There's a monkey that apparently got abandoned by its mom, and
I've seen some of the Instagram videos.
That's like me thinking. People thinking that I'm just being abandoned.
I was like pity you.
Like, I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I'm absolutely fine.
This is a choice for having a lovely time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like punch the monkey.
That's good. Felt like the full diva you are.
I felt full diva mode.
Full diva. Love that.
Drinking my cocktail. Having a great
Gucci
time.
sliders. I love that.
Ordering like it was good. It was funny because I was ordering like several cocktails.
So these are for who?
All mine.
All mine.
She was like, because there was like this deal on this boat trip this one time, and she was like, "Do you want it all at once?" So I was like, "I don't mind."
When in Thailand.
It's like maybe I'll give it in phases. Like, I can do that. Like 4 cocktails. Like, I don't mind. I'm on holiday, so
having the time of your life.
Yeah.
How do you imagine the next phase of your life?
Next phase of my life. That's a really good question because I'm actually trying to suss that out at the moment. Because I've obviously very fortunate to get promotion in November last year. So career-wise, I've just taken the big step in terms of progression, which I'm really happy about. But now I'm like, what's the next thing?
Now you got to do it.
I know, but I think I just want to travel as much as possible. I want to do everything, and then it sounds really cheesy, but I do genuinely just want to do everything that brings me joy.
Yeah.
Because obviously, as you get older, you're always like, well, tomorrow's never promised, etc., etc. And I think I'm just in that mentality. I just want to travel as much as possible, as much as work lets me. Obviously, I will work hard during my time at work, and balance everything out. But I just want to do everything that brings me joy, and I just need to think, long term wise, what do I want now? Because like the career is good for now, but I know I still want to progress to the next level.
It's in a
but I don't want to do that in the next 3 months. I kind of need to
do this first.
Yeah, do this first. Let's tackle this new role, and then and see. I don't know, see that. But I'm trying to keep an open mind, and I feel like that's a bit of this year is for me to think and really confirm what my next steps are.
Yeah, so almost like recenter yourself,
and
see
also,
where the joy is.
Yeah, and also seeing like where am I getting nervousness for? What's my gut saying? What am I scared of? I need to try and push myself out of the comfort zone, which I've already done in terms of solo traveling time. So that's one tick anyway.
But did the solo traveling almost help you realize, I want to sit with where I'm feeling this nervous?
Yeah. And I kind of just need to listen to my intuition a little bit and think, okay, what do I want now? Because I don't like to be too comfortable. So, and I'm already like trying to plan stuff for the year ahead in terms of traveling. And I don't know, I need a good think about that.
What experiences you want to add?
Yeah. And maybe doing something new. Maybe with fitness or an activity.
You've already done so much, so you have to like really hunt now.
Oh man, I need to think. What I want to do.
I think you'll stay in Manchester.
I don't know. I never say never. and it's the weird. This is interesting you said that because I was speaking to my mum when I was in Thailand, and she asked me a similar question. And I said to her, I was like, I'd love to one day live in Singapore.
You've mentioned Singapore a couple of times.
I'd love to at least 1 year of my career to live in Singapore. So I might start exploring that when I'm like around 40 odd. More so to be close to my family, my mom and everyone as they're getting older, etc. But that's just one thing that's been something that I've thought of. And then my mom actually said she had the same not dream, but she had the same desire.
Oh, interesting.
Like she always she always wanted to live in Singapore.
Like in your blood.
And I was like, that's crazy that you had the same thing. It's like it never happened, obviously, because I had children, so I settled down.
You don't have these constraints.
Set up restaurants and doing her own business. That she can't just up and move to Singapore. So I was like, that's really interesting that she said that. So maybe I might do it for my mum as well. Be like, right, I'll do the dream for us.
That's beautiful. Are you and mum quite similar?
Quite similar.
Yeah.
I think if you ask my siblings, brothers and sisters, they'll probably say I'm probably the most alike to my mum than everyone else, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, very similar mindset, same drive. But yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And see what the future holds.
I love that. That's exciting.
It is, but then again, another fear, like a big change.
Yeah, you can feel like something's coming.
Yeah, but not anytime soon because
you just had a lot of change.
I just got a new rod. He's at least
do
this well first before I start moving on. But that's a long down the road.
Something to think about.
I think.
Nice. So, what is one lesson you've gained that you would love people to know about?
Lesson that I gained is stop overthinking. If I was going to ask my 21-year-old self or give advice to my 21-year-old self, is to stop overthinking.
Yeah.
I know it's easier said than done. But yeah, I think that's one of the things I did a lot in my 20s, which it's obviously caused a lot of stress and bad decision making, etc., etc. So that's one key thing. And I know it sounds lame, but you have to believe in yourself. You really do. Otherwise, it's a hard world to live in. It's a hard world to live in. Not everyone leads with kindness. Not everyone leads with positive intent. And you do need to have that drive to know your worth.
Yeah.
And truly believe in yourself and pushing forwards and don't give up. And then I know it sounds all very cheesy, but it's true. So that's what I stand by.
That's nice. How have you done that? The believing in yourself and the not overthinking.
One, I'm very stubborn, so being stubborn helps.
Lean into that part of yourself.
I think naturally as a person, I'm quite self-assured, but I can make decisions and navigate. I don't worry about what everyone else is doing around me. I've got my own path, and I'll keep focusing on that path.
Yeah.
If I need to get to a certain point, like career progression, etc., or saving for a house, trying to buy a house, making a big change. It's just that drive. And I think someone else mentioned that. Obviously, that's not my quote, but who was the US chief editor? Anna Wintour said that. That's what I take it from one of her quotes. Is like never look at what people are doing to the left or your right of you. Know your path. But keep focused.
Yeah, that discipline.
Helps. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, that's it.
Thanks.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Believe in yourself.
So there we have it. That was our conversation with Brian. So as always, like, subscribe, follow if you found this insightful and helpful, so we can keep getting these messages out to more and more people. And I really loved how Brian was intentionally curating his life to help him move through those experiences of fear and other sources of anxiety and stress in order to keep making those choices that could then bring more joy into his life. And I loved how this included these mentor type relationships, as well as like these close trusted friends. So I'd love to know, right in the comments, what mentors you have in your life that you're grateful for and how you found each other. So I really enjoyed that action of thinking about what your values are, what values you'd like someone to share with you, and where they are likely to be, so you can go to those spaces and go with the intention and the energy of nurturing a relationship with people. And it's really inspiring hearing about Brian coming out to his friends and family and how that has really brought more comfort with himself, comfort with others, and then just also brought more love into his life. And that's formed like this really strong foundation where he's been able to then make all these decisions, move through the fear, whether that's in work, relationships, or traveling, that's just really bringing a lot of fulfillment for him. And this lesson of believing in yourself and how that allows us to stop the cycle of overthinking. And I think that's just so important for reducing stress and anxiety in your life, and that feeling of like staying stuck. So with all of this belief in yourself and like focusing on your own path, the ways that Brian does that, and it's allowing him to, really keep trusting his gut and building a life that's full of joy. So I hope you love this as much as I did, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. And until next time.